You made a comment earlier saying that it was a whole lot of fights and incidents happening at Death Row Studios, Can Studios. Go more into detail about that.
Well, I think it actually had got out of Suge's control. You understand me? Now you dealing with cats that's really from the hood. You dealing with real hood mother. So now you got to keep these monsters fed. You feel me? If you not breading these up, or you not going to get no hoes for these and keep their ass it's something gonna pop. Feel me? So you got all this drama coming up to the studio that took away from the creative juices. Now, funky beef that you might have had at the club the night before end up coming to the studio. The funk from with this that had with that woo wah woo might, and then they might end up coming to the studio and be like, yeah, man, that you did the other day was some punk. So now streets, it's all in the cha-cha. It ain't got nothing to do with creative. It ain't got nothing to do with what we trying to do up in here. Then you got the niggas in the hood that's jealous. You niggas. You niggas think, oh, cause I seen you and bought you a Bentley. Oh, you think you, okay, so now, then all that started. All the humbleness just went out the window. And then it turned into uh, a bad time. You know, you got all these thugs, you got all these cats really getting money now, really getting big pistols, really feeling themselves. Little Tony Montana going on. So now you got 100 cats that you was dealing with. Now 70 of them dropped, and you come into the studio. Well, where yada yada at? And where yada yada? Oh, they got smoke. When I first started hearing the word smoke, it was hard for me to understand that was getting killed. Cause I would say, where's yada yada? Oh, that got smoked last night. Smoked? I say, smoke, he's dead. He was like, smoked. They smoked his wig. That gone. Like, well, what about you? They smoked him too. Bullet went through him. Kind of changed the whole creative process. So now we were going to a place where we would just want to be there to make sure Dr. Dre had the hardest music in LA to getting enthralled in some gang that just spilled over from a couple clubs and they really don't know about, but you guilt by association. So if two of the homies in that car tripped and the cat's trying to get them two, you think they give a about who else is in the car or who in the entourage? They don't. They just, and then it just goes back and forth. And like I said, Dre was never about that. He was always about the music. You know, Snoopy was all about the music. Snoopy was the smooth macadamia. He can gangbang, but that's not his thing. It wasn't my thing. I'm high powered, but I just got pulled into and we slowly had to back our way up out of it. Or, you know, me, I was like, yeah. I I don't think I made it no better when I did AR. Dr. Dre, do you remember you were broke? And the whole, you know what I'm saying? But that's kind of where everything was coming from. Like, hey man, I got to get away from these cats. And Dre and Suge, Teddy Robin, and woo woo woo. I was just doing what I know from being a kid from Long Beach. Somebody who bang on you, you who bang back on their ass. I don't know nothing else. If they would have been cool with me, I'd have probably been trying to extend, oh, okay, them is the homies, we good. But you pull around the corner and somebody chuck, and go from there.